Welcome to the Who You Got podcast, week 3, with your host, Pork Chop.
And Big Bird.
All right. Now, each week we come up with a little something at the beginning. You know, just, I guess, media-related or whatever. So, do you have anything special this week? Because last week we had Sergio Dip.
Sergio Dip. He sounds like...
Sergio Dip sounds like an appetizer.
It does.
Sounds like an appetizer at Olive Garden.
Sounds like a Spanish dip.
Spanish dip.
No.
So
Jacksonville needs a quarterback.
Jacksonville, where Christopher or I could potentially be the next Jacksonville quarterback.
Who knows? Might be the location of the next pork chop takeover or whatever.
Oh yeah, it could be the next stop on my pork chops. Pork chops takeover, like I did with the Browns last year. We won the Super Bowl. Probably not gonna be the same for the Jags. Actually, the Jags are a better team than the Browns were last year, so it could happen. That defense is better. It's better than the Browns. All right. So last week, we discussed a few things. This week we have a whole new slate of topics.
New slate.
A little teaser for you, a little appetizer, the Sergio Dip, if you would, the appetizer. Kaepernick, should he go to the Jags or the Denver Broncos on the rise for the AFC? What's wrong with the New York Football Giants? And our biggest surprise team so far. So, all right. So, topic number 1, Chris. Should Kaepernick, due to what's his nuts, Blake Bortles just not producing at all for the Jags, should he be on the Jags roster?
He should be on a roster, but especially the Jags roster.
Definitely the Jags.
God, they're awful. I mean, I'm okay with that. Titans beat them by 21 points. Who am I to complain?
Yeah. Y'all meet him one more time, so.
Yeah, we'll beat them again.
Yeah. Scout. Can't go around there. try to unplug the thing.
Good job.
The dogs are taking over the podcast this week. We usually have Scout all by himself at the apartment, but he's going to be by himself tonight because we're going to go to the Tri-State Fair, so...
He needs some social
needs some social life with his brother. Okay. So, yeah, I believe that Kaepernick should be on a roster, straight up, especially because, I was listening to Ryder Than You last night. He brought up a very valid point that a lot of the quarterbacks are not doing so hot in the league this year. No. Exceptions are Trevor Siemian, Derek Carr,
Alex
Smith, and that's
about it.
That's about it. Those 3 quarterbacks are doing just fine. Everybody else is kind of struggling, if not subpar of what they need to be.
That's true.
Like, first of all, I think one place other than the Jags, I think Kaepernick would do great in Chicago because they have nowhere to go but up. Because Glennon is not good.
I think Trubisky will be an answer.
Like I say, try Trubisky for a few weeks, and then if I were the Chicago Bears, I would give him Kaepernick a call. But that's just me.
No, just go with the San Fran. They need you. They need you.
Yeah, they need. Brian Hoyer definitely is not an upgrade from Kaepernick. Kaepernick actually didn't have that bad of a season last year.
No, he just had a bad team.
He just had a really bad team, and he had mediocre numbers on a bad team. So Kaepernick, yes, I think should be with the Jags. And just an NFL roster in general.
Unless you believe in Chad Henne.
No, I don't.
No one should.
No, nobody believes in Chad. Not even Chad Henne believes in Chad Henne. And that's sad.
It's sad when you're the backup to Bortles. That's how bad Bortles is.
Bortles, oh God. They thought about starting, because he was going to start week 1, right? And then they decided, no, Bortles.
Bortles is the guy.
Bortles, which is ridiculous, because if he gets hurt, then he collects a bonus check. So, I don't know how that's going to work out for him. Okay. So on to the next one. The Denver Broncos, are they on the rise in the AFC?
Oh, they made your Cowboys look bad.
They made my Cowboys look like West Texas A&M. That's how bad they looked.
Your defense made Simeon look like Brady, and
and then C.J. Anderson like Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, made Dak look like a rookie finally.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But
he's not even a rookie.
The one thing that didn't help though is the Denver Broncos now have Ronald Leary on their offensive line, and he was with us last year. Yeah. So I get a feeling he probably told them little tips and tricks on how Dak likes to do things, how Elliott likes to run here and run there. I think that's what happened.
Would it hurt?
But also, those 2 picks were Des Bryant's fault. But anyway, that's either here nor there.
The second one wasn't.
Yeah, he didn't do the route right. Even Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp said he didn't run his route correctly. That's why he got picked off. But I mean, they looked really good. 42 points against my Cowboys.
Makes the Giants look really bad.
Von Miller got his first and second sack, the first time in 5 games. He hasn't sacked a quarterback, which he really wanted to sack the Cowboys because that's his favorite team.
Yeah, they have like an entire room for the Cowboys.
Yeah, they have an entire room, like my cousin Christy's house. One room just dedicated to Dallas Cowboys stuff. So
I like it.
They look impressive. The AFC, like a lot of people have been saying this, AFC has a lot of good teams. The NFC will have like one or two good teams, and that's it.
At the moment, it's Atlanta.
Atlanta is the good team right now. It looks the most amazing right now. And that's
about it.
That's about it. The Vikings looked good, and then Bradford went down, and then now they look crap again.
No.
So, Mr. Glass is what they're calling him. Mr. Glass.
That's what he is.
From the Untouchables.
Yeah.
Hashtag
why no sequel.
Hashtag
why no sequel.
Why no sequel. The Untouchables. So, I think that the Broncos are on the rise. And the Chiefs are in their division, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
So is Oakland.
And Oakland is
that division.
That division's good.
It is good.
And then San Diego has yet to get a win, but
they've had two close
not
losses.
San Diego, LA,
and San Diego.
And San Diego.
They've had two close losses, so
well,
that's what San Diego does.
San Diego's in LA now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's why I was like, no, LA.
I thought
There's two LA teams this
I thought you
year,
were talking about the Rams. Like,
no. Which is funny though, because one of the relocation towns now in Madden 18 is you can move a team back to San Diego. Scouty.
That's awesome. It's just running down.
He's just running through them. God, these dogs are crazy. All right. What is wrong with the New York Football Giants, Christopher?
You got time?
Oh, we got about we're 6 minutes in, so we got about 9 minutes. If you want to talk about this, time. Scouty.
No. No.
Chewing on my chocolates.
Chewing on my chocolates. Anything to throw at him.
No, not. Stop chewing on that chocolate. Here's another chocolate. But anyway, okay. What is wrong with the New York Football Giants? Well, I can tell you. McAdoo, first of all.
You don't call out your quarterback. If players can't do it in front of the media, why should a coach be able to do that?
Oh, exactly.
That's disrespectful.
It's a double standard, I think.
The man's got 2 rings. You don't do that.
Yeah, he looked because he has no offensive line, first of all, so he looked garbage last night.
Odell was limited, so that doesn't help.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Odell only played like 30% of the game, I think, something like that. So,
but when Odell was out there, he looked good.
Yeah, he ran his reps clean, but give it a few weeks. He'll be fine.
Getting more of an improvement. I think he should be the starting quarterback for the Giants, but that's not my call.
Hey, he wants to be the highest paid player in NFL. That's how you do it, be a quarterback.
It's be like old high school, where you play a position on offense and defense. Just do that. Just do that. Odell, be a safety, and then, play wide receiver. It shouldn't be too hard, right? Yeah. All right, so the Giants, okay, first of all, they have no offensive line, which equals no run game. Which equals
the run game's awful.
Which equals Eli Manning getting sacked left and right.
Yeah.
And the Detroit Lions have a good defense, but they're not.
That's the only thing.
Yeah. I mean, they're not the best defense in the world, but they looked pretty damn good last night.
I mean, it's not like Stafford went nuts. Stafford was just efficient. I think he's 15 for 21 for like 120 yards.
I think Stafford is kind of becoming that game manager type of position.
He does. He did enough to win. So
I mean, exactly, which is like all you can really ask for, when somebody asks you to do that.
Don't lose the game.
Yeah, and he didn't. No, he didn't lose it.
No, he
didn't.
He had 2 touchdowns. Good for him.
That game was close for a second.
For
a second.
Yeah, the coin toss.
And Giants lose. Heads or tails? Tails. It's heads. Giants lose.
No, they just. I don't think the chemistry's not there with Marshall yet. He dropped a pass. I mean, he dropped a wide open pass. I was like, Marshall, you used to be a number 1. You can't do that.
Round peg, square hole situation, you think?
Yeah, pretty much.
So he needs to shape himself into a square.
Yes.
So that
they got a lot of problems.
Yeah, the Giants are just. I don't know. A lot of people we both picked them to finish second in the NFC East, and it looks like they're going to be the basement dwellers. So, I think that was probably a little too premature on our part, but who knows? Maybe they could pick it up in the next few weeks. What do you think?
I think the Eagles are going to take it. Take the second spot.
Take the second spot. I think the Cowboys still got it. I mean, we could.
You hope.
I
don't think they found something on that, but we'll see next week.
Yeah, we'll see next week.
But we'll see how he bounces back from adversity.
Yeah. And it sucks because I got to watch that Monday night game at work. At work. All right, so last topic before we get to the good stuff, which are the picks.
Good stuff.
Who is your biggest surprise when it comes to teams now?
Well, I'm not really surprised, but they look good again. That'd be the Chiefs.
Oh, Chiefs, yeah.
Look, I mean, they beat the Patriots, so good for them. That's already a surprise. I think they do that. And the actual surprise, which I guess it's going to be a surprise, seeing as they won the Super Bowl like 3 years ago, is the Broncos.
Broncos, yeah.
I mean, we already talked about them, but Simeon's looking decent.
He's looking.
Cinnamon's looking like some high quality cinnamon.
Yeah, cinnamon. Yeah.
Like cinnamon toast crunch.
Like cinnamon toast crunch. Oh, the taste you can see.
That should be his nickname.
The efficiency you could see.
It should be CT Crunch. That should be his nickname.
CT Crunch. Yeah.
Oh.
It'd be like just Trevor Simeon Crunch. Simeon Crunch.
That's awesome.
That'd be fun. That'd be funny. Yeah.
Anybody else? I mean,
those are your two teams that
I'm trying to think. If there's anybody else. I mean, in the NFC, the only good team really so far has been the Falcons, and that's not a surprise.
No.
AFC, Patriots bounce back.
Yeah. Jesus, Scouty.
He found a ball with the bell.
He found a ball with the bell, and now he's going to run it all over this freaking apartment.
And then I guess anybody else in Pittsburgh, not really surprised. No, I mean,
yeah.
Broncos are your biggest surprise.
I would also have to agree with you. I think the Broncos are the biggest surprise because, I mean, Trevor Simeon was a 7th-round quarterback. He was a 7th-round pick. And the last year he looked okay, but
I mean, they were still 8-8.
I don't know what the issue was with him last year. If it was like the defense kind of took a step back last year, and the defense was one of, if not the best defense 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. The Super Bowl run, especially what they did to Cam Newton in that Super Bowl, that was nuts. That game was over at halftime.
I do want to add a segment real quick. Just a quick, not a segment, just a quick question. Who's your biggest disappointment so far?
Who's biggest
in each conference?
And AFC and NFC.
Who's your biggest disappointment so far?
Well, the Giants got to be the NFC because a lot of people.
There's two, but there's two. I feel like there's two in the NFC, and one of them is 2-0. The Seahawks. They scored. They've scored like 21 points through 2 games.
Yeah, and then you beat the San Francisco 49ers 12-9 last week. I mean the Seahawks are just
they're the worst 2-0 team.
They're the worst undefeated team so far in this season.
Yeah, Giants are the biggest one in the NFC.
Yeah, that one I'd probably have to give it to the Giants though on that one because I mean they had less than 100 yards rushing.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, in the NFL, if you want to be consistent, you have to have a good passing game and you have to have a good run game.
I mean, you have a quarterback that throws for 250 and a running back that runs for 80 every week. You're going to be good. You'll be successful.
Like the Raiders. Marshawn Lynch doesn't get 100 yards per game. Like I think he's gotten like 70 and 80 yards.
Yeah, but it's effective.
It's extremely effective.
That makes the play action pass still a weapon.
See, that's another reason that the Cowboys faltered is because we ran Zeke 9 times.
Well, when you're down that early, you have to pass.
And it just, but still, I mean, if it doesn't work, keep trying. The worst that could happen is if you lose yards, but you can get those back because at one point he had 5 carries for 0 yards. But in order for that play action to work,
I know.
And you don't become one-sided like the New York Giants, then you need to open that up.
You're preaching to the choir. That's how the Titans were in Week 1.
Yeah.
You threw it 41 times. Like, why?
Dak threw it 50 times last week.
That's too much.
That is, a quarterback needs 35 tops, I think.
35
tops. If you go over 35, your run game needs to be fixed pretty damn quick.
Or your defense.
So that was a good segment to add. I like that.
AFC.
Well, it's not really a surprise, but the biggest disappointment,
obviously,
has got to go to the Jets. No, the Colts. The Colts.
Yeah.
I didn't expect them to be the. All right, I'm kind of giving a little spoiler here. I am at a loss right now with the game this week. Do I pick the Colts or the Browns? Because the Colts are a 1-point favorite, which
I don't know
drives me crazy. Like I was looking at the schedule yesterday, and I was like,
"Is Kaiser healthy?"
I think he's okay. I don't know. I think he's fine.
If he's healthy, that is such a tough.
But okay, we'll talk about that when we get to the picks. Speaking of which, 14 minutes in, pretty much, we're gonna get to the picks. So we're gonna split it once again. So Chris has a little handy dandy picks on his phone.
I do.
And we're gonna go according to time, which obviously there's no Thursday night game this week. They are doing the first London game this week. So it's going to be in London. The first game is in London.
There is a Thursday night game.
Oh, there is? Okay.
I didn't know that either.
There is a Thursday night game?
There is.
Oh, wow.
It's a shitty one.
Oh, my gosh. That is awful. All right.
Here we got the Thursday night. On the NFL Network, we got the Rams at the Niners.
I'm going to go with the Rams. Niners, even though they controlled that game last week against the Seahawks, they did lose to the Seahawks. But that would have been so funny if the Niners beat the Seahawks last week.
God, that'd be awful.
That would be funny.
We talk for Pete
You
Carroll.
did St. Louis again.
It's okay.
It's okay.
You gotta break the habit.
You gotta break it.
I see that little Rams symbol. I think.
Yeah, it's St. Louis. Before our time, it was L.A. back in the 80s. all that stuff. So he fixed that. Parentheses. LA. It's like falsified. It's fake news. They're still in St. Louis.
No, I'm gonna go St. Louis just because they didn't look terrible against Washington. I think they only lost by a touchdown.
Yeah, they
so
okay.
And then they killed the Colts the week before. So
yeah,
and the Niners have shown me literally nothing. I think they scored like 12 points in the first 2 games. I think they lost like 21-3 against the Card. They carried up the Panthers in week 1.
I think so.
Something bad.
Yeah, I mean like that. I mean like the Colts are so bad. I think even my Texas A&M Aggies could probably beat the Colts.
That's so bad.
And that's saying a lot because we're not that great.
Ooh, here we go.
All right,
getting into it.
Now this is the London game, right?
No.
No?
This one's in Tennessee.
When's the London game? I think it's next week. I think I'm getting too far ahead of myself. I'm getting too far ahead of myself.
We got the Seahawks at the Titans.
I'm going to go with y'all. I'm going to go with the Titans.
Oh, me too.
I'm going to go with the Titans because they're just not impressive, right, at all. And it just seems like they keep talking about how there is an issue with Richard Sherman and Russell Wilson, that they don't like each other, and I think it's kind of showing on the field. I think that they legitimately don't like each other, and it's affecting the chemistry so bad that they're not that great of a team.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not scared of them. We put up. Let's see, how much have we put up? 37. So we have 53 points in 2 games, so they're 21.
Yeah, so they're 21.
I think we got this.
I think y'all got it.
If it was in Seattle, I'd be more inclined to think we lose, but it's in Tennessee.
Oh, yeah, but I think you guys got this, especially with. I mean, I know they kind of, like you were saying last week, that they're kind of transitioning into the Derrick Henry category because Murray is hurt with a hamstring issue. Mm-hmm. So even if
Henry looked good.
Even if Murray's like 70% healthy, that two-headed monster is going to be effective.
I mean, Henry ran for 90 yards last week. Good for him.
And then Mariota obviously is pretty much like Russell Wilson. He can escape and
Mariota knows how to use his legs like no other.
Yeah, Mariota, magic legs.
He's got magic legs.
That pineapple diet.
It's that pineapple.
Pretty
diet. Much.
He gets the Hawaiian at Carl's Jr. The Hawaiian burger at Carl's Jr.
That should be a thing. That should be a promo.
Yeah, he should be in Carl's.
I'm gonna call Mariota up real quick.
Mariota.
Here we go. We got the Ravens at the Jags. I think we both...
Ravens. Definitely going to pick the Ravens. The Jags are...
No.
If they get Kaepernick, I think it'll help them so... not maybe, playoff contenders, but I think it'll bring them to the, 6 or 7 or even 8-8, record. I don't believe in Bortles. I think he's done after this year. I think that Chad Henne is not the answer. Now, unless they want to go draft, DeRozan.
Mayfield or something like that.
Yeah, DeRozan or somebody like that.
Yeah.
Rudolph. Rudolph for OSU.
Yeah. I mean, Baltimore looks good. Baltimore looked good twice in a row. So good
which
for
is
them.
Crazy because isn't Flacco still recovering from his back issue?
Yeah, with that defense, you're fine.
Yeah. Ball so hard University.
Ball so hard University. They're pretty good.
Oh, they are. They're good.
This is not much of not a toss-up either. We have the Broncos at the Bills.
I'm going to go Broncos. Especially what happened last week.
Yeah, Bills haven't exactly looked good this week.
I pray for Buffalo. I pray for Buffalo.
Buffalo's just, I mean... What are they, 1-1?
They're 1-1. They had a good first week, and then, of course, they
played the Panthers. That was an awful game. They played the Panthers what was the score of that game?
The Panthers, I don't think they scored double digits against the Panthers.
That was Panthers won 3. I mean, Panthers won 9-3.
Yeah.
That's an awful game.
And that's with the kind of an injured Cam Newton, because he kind of left the game with a little issue. I think it was probably his throwing shoulder.
No, I'm going to give that one to Denver. Not even a question. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
The Saints at the Panthers.
Oh, God.
The somehow 2-0 Panthers.
Oh, God. I think this might be the week that the Panthers lose. Because if
Carolina's a 6-point favorite.
Yeah, are they really?
Mm-hmm.
But Cam Newton's not 100%. So.
Yeah, but the Saints.
And Greg Olsen broke his foot, so he's out. So. Unless Kuechly and that defense can.
You got no.
I got no. Which is going to be a no win for me because they're not going to win.
I'm going to go Carolina just because it's in Carolina.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen enough from the Saints.
It is so hilarious because hi baby. It is so hilarious because I have a Saints fan. I have a Saints fan on my Facebook that keeps talking crap on the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. It's like, dude, you're a Saints fan. You're 0-2. Do not talk to me about how our defense does not exist.
But he has a ring.
Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, I love Breeze, but I just don't.
I love Breeze, but he got me 25 points in fantasy last week. So
yeah. I mean, that was a shootout up in Foxborough, so So now let's see. You got the Saints. I got Carolina.
The Saints.
Now we got. This shouldn't be much of a toss-up either. It's Steelers and the Bears.
Steelers.
Yeah, I mean.
Is it at home?
No, it's in Chicago. But I just think the Bears are that bad.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It just Pittsburgh's is one of those teams.
They're
that are like
500.
They're
a home team. They really are.
If you're gonna win,
Ben's a home.
Yeah,
Ben only likes playing in Pittsburgh.
The giant ketchup bottle is where he likes to go. The Heinz Field, the giant ketchup bottle.
Yeah, we're both gonna go with
the
Steelers.
Pitt.
They're gonna steal a win on the road. Oh, toss up.
First one.
A good toss up.
Finally a good one.
Atlanta at Detroit.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Atlanta. The way they made Aaron Rodgers look last week. I don't know if it was Aaron Rodgers self-inflicted, but that Atlanta defense was giving him nothing last week.
They haven't looked impressive though either.
No.
Even against Seattle, they didn't look impressive. I'm gonna go Detroit just because they've looked both good times. They've done what they need to win. It's at home. I give them the win. I think Atlanta can win.
Oh yeah, Atlanta.
I mean, I'd probably give Atlanta a better chance to win, but I think.
I'm telling you, I think Atlanta is gonna win.
If it was at home, it wouldn't be a hesitation. But
definitely.
Since it's in Detroit, I'm going to give the nod to Detroit. Atlanta is a 3-point favorite, by the way.
All right.
Here we go. Your favorite. We have the Browns at the Colts.
Is it still 1 point?
Cleveland with a 1 point nod.
Cleveland's 1 point favorite now.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna go with the doo-doo Browns. I'm gonna go with Cleveland to win their first game this season. Enjoy it, Cleveland. It might be like 1 of 3 or 4. Just saying.
I'm gonna go Indy just because they should have won against Arizona, but they sucked. Yeah. They sucked at the end and gave that game away.
And they got Brissett, which I think is a way better option than Tolzien.
Oh, it's like night and day.
Oh, oops, this is some racist. Oops, I was racist.
That was a race thing.
I'm sorry. That's gutter mind. I'm sorry. That's where I go. I'm sorry.
That's funny. Yeah. But no, I think just because it's in Indy, I'll give them the nod.
Yeah. But it's Cleveland, so they're going to end up losing in some, fashion.
I mean, I'm not confident in my pick.
Like Monday Night Football last year, they had a field goal blocked, and it lost them the game. That's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Here we go. Another toss-up. Buccaneers in Minnesota. It's even.
Buccaneers at Minnesota.
I don't know who's healthy.
I'm going to go with the Bucs.
I think Sam Bradford's healthy.
Is he all right?
See if there's any report on it
he was not healthy last week. And who was their quarterback last week?
Injury report, Sam Bradford at the moment is out.
Who was their quarterback last week?
I couldn't even tell you. I don't know. I'm going to make Tampa Bay. Fuck.
I'm going to go Tampa Bay.
Jameis Winston all the way.
TB. Yeah, famous Jameis. And if Mike Evans can have another week like he did last week, giving me 22 fantasy points, I'd greatly appreciate it, sir.
He's pretty good.
He's good. Giggle Maggies.
This could be bad. Yeah, Houston's in Foxborough. We have the Patriots in the...
That could be over by the first quarter.
They're really good.
Just like the Saints game was over by the first quarter.
Yeah, it was.
Tom Brady had three first quarter touchdowns.
He threw for 450 yards.
So, I see nothing different. Tom Brady's on his revenge tour again for losing week 1.
For real. He's always on a revenge tour. Ever since he got picked 199th. He's been on a revenge tour.
199.
Yeah, he won't let it go.
He will not.
5 rings later, he still thinks about it. Yeah, but no, the Patriots are a 13-point favorite.
Yeah, should be 24-point favorite.
Dolphins at the Jets.
Oh, I'm going to go Dolphins, obviously.
How about that Cutler, though?
Cutler did not look too bad. Not too shabby. Because he's finally with a good team. In Chicago the last 2 or 3 years, he was not with a good team.
He's with that guy.
Adam Gase.
Yeah.
His coach back in the day in Chicago. So definitely a step up.
I'm on the Miami bandwagon after 1 week. Miami's a 6-point favorite. This should be. I don't know who I'm picking. We got the Giants at Philly.
I'm picking Philly.
I got
to go with Philly.
I don't have no reason to believe that the Giants will win that game.
Unless the Giants, resurrect.
I think Philly's a playoff team. Because the way the NFC's looking at the moment, anybody can be a playoff team. It's pretty much Atlanta, and then that's it.
Russian roulette is what it is right now.
Atlanta's the only one that I believe
Atlanta is the only NFC team that's
automatically in. Oh yeah,
well, is going to clinch a playoff spot. Everybody else, it's a toss-up.
For real. I mean, Cowboys were that way last week, but after this past week, who knows what's happening down there? Good old D-Town.
I don't know.
Because that was, oh God. Yeah, so we both got the Eagles.
Both got the Eagles.
Who do you cheer for in that game normally? Who do you hate? Who do you hate the most out of the division? What's the order you hate?
Okay, hatred NFC East. Last goes Redskins.
Okay.
They're
just kind of there.
They're just there. Then I'd probably have to say Giants number 2.
Really? I thought you were gonna say Giants.
And Eagle. All right, the Eagles. This is a state thing. The Eagles are Texas Tech to me. They hoot and they holler. They talk about how badass their team is, and they have nothing to show for it.
That's true.
Okay, so it goes 5 Super Bowl trophies for the Cowboys, 4 for the Giants, 3 for the Redskins.
And then big old 0.
0
Big old goose egg
for Philly. So they are one of those franchises that talks about, back in the day. There was no back in the day. You guys have always sucked. Sorry.
They're still waiting. They're still waiting for that back in the day to come.
Still waiting at the DMV. The number they just called is number 51, and they're number 237.
Oh, I give them more credit than that. I think Wentz might bring them some luck. I think they couldn't win with Donovan McNabb. I don't know if
no. And they had a good team with Donovan McNabb, especially with T.O. was there.
That was a good team.
And T.O. played in that Super Bowl with a broken foot. So
yeah, good for him.
My God,
he's not in the Hall of Fame. Why?
Even though because of his antics off the field.
I know it's stupid.
But even though I hate them the most, I'm gonna pick Philly this week.
Okay. This is the way they've been playing.
Yeah.
Actually, no, this isn't a toss-up at all. Bengals at Packers.
I
was like, Packers don't look great,
but I swear to God, if it's like 12 to 6 or something like that.
I mean, we're still waiting for them to get their first touchdown.
Who?
Cincy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they fired their offensive coordinator because
they had
yet to score a touchdown.
They had no touchdowns yet
in 8 quarters. They've yet to score a single touchdown.
That's awful. I thought Seattle was bad.
Yeah, just a little story. I was at a concert in Albuquerque Thursday night. Went and saw Daughtry and Nickelback. I know, make fun of me in the comments, whatever. During Nickelback's set, I looked at the score, and I said, "You've got to be kidding me."
That's awful.
I was like, "You've got to be kidding me." And puppers attacking puppers, man. It's a dog-eat-dog world in here, Chris. Who You Got podcast is a dog-eat-dog world.
We both got the Packers.
We both got Green Bay. Okay.
And Green Bay's favorite right now.
Yeah.
They're the Chiefs at the Chargers.
Not even a question. Give me the Chiefs.
Did you see that attendance? Oh my God! Did you see the attendance from the USC Texas game to the Rams game to the Charger game?
They had an LA columnist on CBS Sports Radio. I think he was with Tiki and Tierney, and they were talking crap on the attendance. And the former player was like, "Hey! There was 84,000 people there, combining both games."
God, it is awful.
Nobody.
So how do they do that if they're both home? Do they just have 2 games back to back?
No, one is at the Coliseum.
Okay.
And the other one is at a soccer stadium. I think the Chargers have StubHub Arena, which is a soccer stadium.
Okay, yeah. So they're playing with the Galaxy play.
Yeah, they're playing with the Galaxy play.
They can't even fill the soccer stadium.
They can't fill the soccer stadium. So until that stadium gets built, I don't see the attendance going anywhere. That's why it's like kind of a Russian roulette putting a team back in LA, let alone 2. That nobody. LA is a fair weather fan base.
Should put Oakland there.
They'll go when they want to go, and then also I saw that parking was $100 at the Chargers game. Sure. Nobody wants to pay $100 to go to a game where they paid like $38 to sit up in the nosebleeds or whatever. It just.
They go to Jerry World and pay that.
I mean, I was like, shit. You want to stream the game from In-N-Out Burger and go there instead? Yes. I would choose In-N-Out over going to see a Chargers game any day of the week, but that's just me. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to go KC on that one. That's not even fair.
Yeah, go Longhorns.
Yeah, and then Philip Rivers says once they start winning, then people will start going there, but I've yet to see that. That
hasn't happened yet.
0-2 so far, and nobody's there to show support.
Yeah, we got the Raiders at the Redskins.
I assume
you're going Oakland.
I'm going to go with Oakland.
Oakland killed the Jets.
Yeah.
Makes me feel better because we only barely lost Oakland, and then Oakland goes and does that. Like,
yeah.
I'm pretty proud.
So, do you see another beast mode dancing?
That was awesome.
That was pretty awesome.
People in the Jets were pissed about it.
Oh, yeah. They're like... And then they're like, well, like Skip Bayless is like, well, now they know it pisses you off, so now he's going to do it probably every single game.
For
now.
real.
So, all right, next one.
Here we go.
Oh, God. Is it Monday night?
Yes, it is.
Oh, my God.
Got the Cards at the Cowboys.
We got to bounce back. I'm going with Cowboys. We have to bounce back. The Cardinals have not really impressed me. There's nothing to be scared of. What's the spread right now?
The spread is 3 points for y'all.
Okay, so
according to the matchup predictor, it is 50-50.
50. God, that's how bad we looked at last week. Like, we probably would have been 75-25 if we won last week, but now we're 50-50 because we have to get back to that supremacy.
I'm gonna give y'all the nod. But
God bless you. God bless you.
I just don't know. Cowboys haven't looked that bad in a while.
Yeah. Okay. So just to recap, what happened last week? Last week I went 12-4. Chris went 13-3. So now I am 1 game ahead instead of 2. Michael gave his picks again. Thank you once again for your participation, Michael. He went 13-3. And Ashley, Chris's older sister, also went 13-3. So
everyone went 13-3.
Everybody went 13-3 except for me, because what did I pick? I picked LA. That's what I get for picking LA. And Minnesota. Yeah. And Cincinnati. Cincinnati just started my week off awful, because now the paid pick 'em.
And the Cowboys.
And the paid pick 'em. In the paid pick 'em, I have to pay this week, along with 2 other people. So, one of them including my wife. So, baby, we ended up losing anyway. I love you.
I love you.
All right, guys. So you know the drill. Submit your picks
1.
down below. Yeah, how many games do we have differently?
We have 3 games different. Which, I mean, they're New Orleans and Carolina, understandable.
Yeah.
Atlanta and Detroit, understandable. And Cleveland, Indy. Well, that's
so
flip a coin, you have a better chance.
Yeah, absolutely. So go Browns. Don't make a liar out of me.
How long is this anyway?
So this is at 31 minutes. So we went over our time, but you know what, guys? Thank y'all so much. Submit your picks down below on Facebook, Twitter, whatever you got to do. And always remember, my little piglets, call him Pork Chop, loves y'all the mostest, and Big Bird.
Don't got nothing yet.
God, he's been putting this off for 3 weeks.
It's gonna be that good though.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be fantastic. He's boiling. He's gonna plot something. It's gonna be fantastic.
I'll set a reminder.
All right, guys. So next week, we'll see you this time next week. Bye guys. Go Browns.